What's up, YouTube? Cam that guy here. I'm back once again with another YouTube video, man. So in this YouTube video, I'm going to be reacting to food allergies. I'm going to be reacting to allergies or wherever the case may be. I don't have any allergies that I know of. I can eat pretty much any food I want to. I can drink anything I want to. I can smell damn near anything I want to and not have a reaction to it. Probably with the exception of like dust or grass or some shit. Other than that, I can smell anything and not react to it. I don't have allergies, but there's some people out there with food allergies or just allergies in general by the environment and shit like that. Thankfully, I have no allergies. But I'm about to be reacting to allergies, you know what I'm saying? This will be an interesting video for people out there that may have allergies and things like that. So without further ado, let's go and get into it.
An allergy is like finding a spider in your bedroom and exploding a nuclear bomb. Sure, spiders are upsetting and now dead, but so are all of your neighbors and your dog. You can be allergic to an incredibly diverse and weird amount of stuff.
Yeah,
Pollen,
this is true.
dust, insect stings, animal hair, any kind of food, latex, and even your own sweat. What are the
No, I did not know that. I did not know you could be allergic to your own sweat. That's interesting. But all the other stuff they named, I didn't know that you could be allergic to. I did know that. But anyway, let's keep going.
wildest things about allergies is how fast they are, breaking out suddenly and violently. And you can develop new allergies. One moment you're enjoying a shellfish you ate thousands of times before, and the next moment you wake up in an ambulance. A shrimp can kill you. How bizarre.
Yeah, that's true.
But what are allergies?
This is very true, you know what I'm saying? You could be eating a food for a while and then all of a sudden you have a reaction to it because you all of a sudden got allergic to it. But anyway, yeah.
Why do our bodies flip the
Seafood can definitely kill you. Any food can kill you.
table on harmless stuff? There's a wild and interesting idea we want to share with you. Humans might have created allergies by accident by getting rid of worms. This is very upsetting and interesting. For
It
your
is.
ancestors, being infected by
So humans create allergies by getting rid of worms. But you gotta get rid of the worms because worms can kill you as well. You know what I'm saying? Just like raw meat, right? Raw meat, for people that don't know, I'm gonna give you a little bit of knowledge. Raw meat sometimes have warm eggs inside of it, right? That's why we cook raw meat to a certain temperature. So when we eat it, the eggs won't hatch inside of us and we get worms and shit. So it's important that's why I always cook my meats well done. But they don't have to be well done. They could be medium well or even medium. You'll never see me eating a rare burger. You will never see me eating any rare meat, no rare steak. I mean, you can eat rare steak, but you won't ever see me doing that. You will never see me eating any type of meat rare. You know what I'm saying? Just off the fact that some people just don't digest it well, and there's a slight chance you might eat a worm egg or just a worm in general, and it's gonna multiply inside your body and it could possibly kill you. Very upsetting and interesting indeed. But anyway, let's get back to it.
worms was a reality of life. We won't get into the disgusting details, but in a world where drinking water and our poo were close buddies, some species of worms found just the perfect cycle of life. They enter your bodies with the water and make themselves at home, sometimes for decades, and then release their eggs or larvae with your poo, which used to go back to the water we drank. So, until recently in evolution,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So if you ever get worms and shit, they'll take you to the hospital. They'll give you some shit to poop all that shit out. But sometimes we might even digest that shit and not even know it. So interesting indeed. But most times when we get worms, we know. Like,
terms, our ancestors had to deal with frequent or permanent worm infections. This caused all kinds of unpleasant health effects. Our immune systems had to find weapons to get rid of them. But how do you do that? From the perspective of a cell, worms are city-scale kaijus, reaching beyond the horizon. Worse, instead of skin, parasitic worms have an elastic protective layer that withstands even stomach acid. You really need to pack some punch to cause damage. It takes an army to kill a We're simplifying, but basically when a worm enters your body for the first time, intelligence cells notice their presence. They move to your lymph nodes and activate specialized antibody factories called B cells. We explain them in detail in this video. These B cells are told that they need to fight parasites and
Interesting. I
start
never heard of
producing
B
a
cells
special class
before.
of weapons,
So I guess B
IgE
cells. I
antibodies.
thought
Tiny
cells
protein
that fight
crabs with
off
two pinchers that connect to worms like
shit like
magnets to
that
metal.
was like white blood cells.
IgE floods your entire body and basically begin arming a nuclear bomb. An army of really scary cells called mast cells. Mast
Okay,
cells are
interesting.
huge, bloated fellows filled to the brink with histamine and other nasty chemicals. They
Ooh.
pick up the IgE floating around and cover themselves with them like angry hedgehog grenades without their safety pins.
Yeah, they
And then
talking.
they just lie and wait, angrily. So now you have millions of bombs in your skin, lungs, or gut. Until the day the mast cells meet a worm trying to enter your body. There's not much time to get rid of it, so things escalate rapidly. The mast cells with their IgE spikes grab onto the worm particles and kind of explode. They release all of their dangerous chemicals all at once. A few
Okay,
things
this
now
is
happen in
interesting.
rapid
I'm learning
succession.
something right now. I'm learning.
First, some of the mast cell chemicals wound the worms, ripping wounds into them and making them really unhappy. Then emerge.
This is interesting, man. I'm learning something new, you know. So this is really interesting. I like how they're displaying this. Like I like how they're giving a visual example. I like this shit. This is good to watch right here. This is good shit to watch, you know what I'm saying? This is good educational shit. Anyway, back to the video.
Emergency chemicals like histamine cause massive and rapid inflammation, ordering your blood vessels to flood the battlefield with water to flush the worms out. They also order your cells that make mucus to go into overdrive and cover the worms in sticky slime. Other chemicals are like air raid sirens, screaming loudly throughout your body for anti-parasite soldiers, eosinophils.
Okay.
First thousands, then hundreds of thousands hear the alarm and leave your blood vessels to where the mast
I like how
cells
they
are causing
explain this,
inflammation.
you know what I'm saying? I ain't
Not only
gonna
do they
lie.
make the inflammation worse,
I like how they
carry
explain this.
extremely
And I like the
toxic
visual
chemicals that they vomit at the worm, ripping
representation.
open its defensive layers and causing horrible injuries. Sometimes this will straight up kill the parasite. Lastly, the anti-worm coordination cell arrives, the basophil. It makes sure that the immune system doesn't slow down, but keeps attacking with violence. It keeps the inflammation going and alerts more and more attack cells to the site of battle. Zooming out, we see that the chemicals from your anti-parasite forces make your smooth muscles contract rapidly, pushing everything that's inside outside.
I'm a little tired this morning. I'm up a little earlier than expected, as you can see at 7:05 a.m.
Tries to expel the stress
I'm mad to
parasites.
go for another nap
In your
after this
respiratory
video.
tract, loads of mucus and water flood outside, trying to take the worm with them. If this happens under your skin, your tissue is red, hot, and itchy, as your immune system is trying to commit murder. It takes a fierce army to kill a worm, and your anti-parasite forces have the license to act rapidly and with intense violence. Okay, this is nice and all, but what does all this have to do with killer shrimps? What is an allergy? Parasitic worms don't love being ripped apart by millions of bombs. And as all living things do, they adapted to the deadly attacks on them. In a nutshell, worms release a plethora of chemicals to manipulate your immune system. They make it weaker and much less angry, like immune system weed. Which is pretty bad for your survival, because you have to fight off all sorts of intruders every day.
Yeah, man, our body's always fighting off germs and shit. Our body's always fighting off infections constantly. So it's always good we have a good immune system. My immune system is at its best right now. But it's always good we have a good immune system. To have a good immune system, you simply exercise and eat correctly. That's how you get a good immune system. And sometimes it can be genetics.
Ancestors were basically unable to prevent regular worm infections. So, as the worms adapted to us, our bodies had to adapt to them. To balance out any weakening worm chemicals, one adaptation might have been to make our immune system more aggressive so it could still defend against other invaders. And then a hot second ago, in evolutionary terms, everything changed. We suddenly invented soap and hygiene, but most importantly, the separation of poop and drinking water. This destroyed the life cycles of parasitic worms, and the ones that remained were eradicated by modern medicine. Worms still infect up to 2 billion people, mostly in underdeveloped rural regions or slums with unsanitary conditions and dirty water. The people
Yeah, I'm assuming like in Africa or like third world countries, they deal with that type of shit.
who escaped these conditions now face an interesting problem. An immune system without a major enemy that had kept it down for millions of years. It could very well be that our immune system still operates assuming that worms are making it weaker, and that it has to be overly aggressive because of that. And while IgE, mast cells, basophils and eosinophils also have other jobs, a major reason for their
Okay.
existence has now gone away. But they kind of act as if worms are around, only that they now attack other dangerous foes, like shrimps. This is exactly what happens when you have an allergic reaction to a shrimp.
I like shrimp. Shrimp is a good food to eat. I do like shrimps. You know what I'm saying? I can eat shrimp. Shrimps are tasty. I can eat seafood with no problem. But some people can't eat seafood.
Your immune system picks up shrimp proteins and produces IgE antibodies against shrimps. The antibodies then arm mast cells, turning them into bombs. So you have millions of bombs in your skin, your lungs, or your gut, with a license to choose violence even when provoked a little bit. Until one day you eat another shrimp. Your anti-parasite forces flip on like a switch. Only there is no kaiju to attack. This is what you experience when you have an allergic reaction. Extremely powerful weapons now target your own body. Under your
Damn.
skin, your blood vessels suddenly turn leaky. Fluid streams into your tissue.
So basically, when you have an allergic reaction, your own blood cells turn against you.
Your skin swells up and turns red, often in itchy hives. You immediately feel hot and unwell. In your digestive system, the mast cells can cause nausea, cramps, and sharp pain as water floods into your intestines and triggers intense diarrhea and vomiting. Your respiratory tract swells up, making breathing hard. Way more dangerously, histamine and other chemicals can cause the smooth muscles in your lungs to tense up. In the best case, you get a stuffy nose. In the worst case, you're suddenly fighting for your life.
Damn.
Mast cells all over your body unload their bombs all at once, causing an anaphylactic shock. Your blood loses so much water
Okay.
that your blood pressure drops to dangerous levels. This alone
Damn.
is
That's not good
life-threatening.
for. It's not good for that. Oh, they're doing that electricity thing. That shit keeps you alive. That electricity thing, but you can't do it too much, or you'll kill the person.
In combination with the things going on in your lungs, anaphylaxis is a life or death emergency, often with just a small time window to do anything about it. Allergic reactions truly are no joke. Even the
They're
deadliest
not.
diseases like Ebola need days to kill you, but your immune system can kill you within a few minutes.
Damn. So basically, what they're saying is allergies are worse than Ebola.
It's literally a $165 sweat set that
That's
you can
pretty much
get for
what they're
that
saying.
price. Do you want to know why this brand is 5 stars across the board? #1 growing fashion brand in the world right now.
And this is why a shrimp can kill you, because on a fundamental level, an ingenious defense system, vital for our
Interesting. I'm
species'
gonna leave that
survival for
commercial in
millions
there
of
because I was
years,
talking
is
while it was
fighting
going.
imaginary kaijus. Yet we still don't know why some people produce a lot of
I
IgE
might take it out.
antibodies
I
against
don't
certain
know. It
substances
depends.
and others don't. We don't know why some adults develop new
I
allergies
need to low
later in
key
life,
get
or
YouTube
why some
TV. I need to low key get YouTube TV or ad blocker so that shit don't happen. Even though I don't watch videos online often, in case I come across, I had to do this in one of my old reaction videos. I had to edit out so much shit throughout this video because it was so much shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man.
allergies disappear over time. And we're not
But
sure
basically, what they were saying was allergies are worse than like Ebola or some shit or monkeypox. Like, it could kill you faster than that.
if the lack of worms is the main culprit, only that the cells that evolved to fight them are responsible for the symptoms of allergies. There are other ideas, like less diverse microbiomes or increased pollution. Maybe it's just a combination of all of them. But what we clearly see is that allergies and their more serious cousin autoimmune diseases have been rising massively in the last 100 years. Wherever humans moved into more sanitary conditions and got rid of some of the horrible parasites hunting us. Hopefully, we'll figure it out and prevent allergies forever, because one thing's for sure, we don't want to get worms back. That would really be like finding a spider and exploding a nuclear bomb.
I wonder why I use the term spider. I think roaches are way worse than spiders.
GiveWell wants as many donors as possible to make informed decisions. It's about how it opens more. You can find us at the latest edition of our annual. We were already brainstorming ideas for the 12,025 calendar.
Okay. So that's the end of this video, yo. So that's the end of the allergy video right there, yo. So all the rest they talking about is just bullshit. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, you know what I'm saying? If you did, like, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? All the rest be on here to talk about other shit related to this channel. They did that shit to make his video longer. This is the end of this reaction video. We reacted to allergies as a whole. This is the end of this video about allergies. So I think I am probably gonna keep that commercial in there. I don't feel like editing it out, to be honest. I said something real important during the time I was talking through that commercial, so I'm gonna leave that in there. But in the future, I gotta find a way to block out advertisements. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next YouTube video. Yeah.